Now, of course, the first American athletes to test positive for the COVID-19 strain were Jazz teammates Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. Gobert learned of his positive test prior to last night's game against Oklahoma City, prompting not only the postponement of Utah's game against the Thunder, but also the suspension of all NBA games until further notice. Mitchell was tested after the game and discovered that he also had tested positive. So Thursday afternoon, Rudy Gobert made his first public remarks through his Instagram account. "I want to thank everyone for the outpouring of concern and support over the last 24 hours. I've gone through so many emotions since learning from my diagnosis, mostly fear, anxiety, and embarrassment. The first and most important thing is I would like to publicly apologize to the people that I may have endangered. At the time, I had no idea I was even infected. I was careless and make no excuse. I hope my story serves as a warning and causes everyone to take this seriously. I will do whatever I can to support using my experience as a way to educate others and prevent the spread of this virus. I'm under great care and will fully recover. Thank you again for all your support. I encourage everyone to take all of the steps to stay safe and healthy. Love." All right, so Malika Andrews joins us now here on SportsCenter. I know you've been getting quite a bit of reaction from around the league. Not many players are saying, anything publicly about this, Malika, but what have you been able to discern in terms of how they're responding to everything?
Well, look, Michael, up until just a few days ago, a lot of players had the same tact that Rudy Gobert did, even if they didn't come out publicly and touch microphones and make those jokes. I was in press rooms where players were sneezing and then saying, "Don't freak out," things like that. And so on the one hand, I've been told by players, it's hard not to look at Rudy a little bit sideways and say, is this why? Is this someone to blame? Because they're looking for answers right now that just aren't there. And also remember, these players, they love to play basketball. And right now they're not able to do that. And so they're looking for a reason. That being said, as I've had more extended conversations with the guys in this league, they also understand that it wasn't necessarily Rudy's fault. If it wasn't him, it could have been someone else, and it easily could have been them. That being said, there is a lot of, well, if that hadn't happened, would we be able to play?
And that's a good point, because they were playing games last night until he got tested to find out that he was indeed positive. But that's not to say that they still wouldn't have canceled these games today based on some other information that we've been able to get from health officials. Let me ask you this, Malika, and I apologize if I'm putting you on the spot here. Have you been able to find out how some of these players plan to spend these days away from their respective teams? Because some of the guys have been quarantined, some can do whatever they want. Like, how are they going to spend this time? Because they don't know when they're going to be coming back to their squads.
From the players and the coaches I've talked to, a lot of these guys plan, at least for the next 2 days, to be staying home. Some of these guys do have home gyms, and they will be exercising in those home gyms. But one source told me that they've been encouraged not to have players work out together, to only if a player, when the gyms do open up, which is not right now. One team source told me that they actually had to text everyone that it was a lockout day, not just, it wasn't enough just to say, hey, we're supposed to be waiting for the next steps. This is a lockout day. When they are able to come back in the gym, which they don't know when that's going to be yet, it's going to be one player per basket. They'll be sanitizing in between. And right now, even though players do have those home gyms, they've been encouraged not to go to each other's houses and work out. They've been encouraged to do those alone. One team told me that they plan to huddle over the weekend to talk about what their exact strategy will look like when they are cleared to resume practice, whether that's in a matter of days or in a matter of weeks. And they're hoping that that could be implemented as early as next week. But a lot of people are just in a holding pattern. And until then, the players are encouraged to stay home and stay home alone or with their immediate family.
Yeah, they're following the advice of health officials. Social distance is one thing, but maybe self-isolation for a period of time is even better. Malika Andrews here on SportsCenter. Thank you.